stay with me while I'm traveling in Japan. We got up around 7. Avery went out to grab us some coffees from the Lawson's next door because nothing else was open. And then we got dressed and ready for the day. This is what I was wearing. Got this little denim skirt and pants set from a really cute shop in Kyoto the day before and absolutely love it. So I immediately put that on, and then we made our way out the door, stopped for a little on-the-go breakfast on the way, grabbed some waters and a couple onigiri, and then headed for the bus stop. But unfortunately the bus was too full and drove right by us. So instead of changing our whole plan for the day, we just called a taxi, took the L, which is sometimes the case when you're traveling and unexpected things happen. We were headed to a slightly more remote part of the city, about 35 minutes drive away, visit some smaller temples up in the mountains in the middle of nature. It was so beautiful, and each one offers you some tea and a little snack, and you get to just sit, enjoy the beautiful garden. The smell is incredible, and just take it all in. This first temple was called Hosen-in, and we went to a second one called Jiko-in, and finished off at Sanzen-in, which was by far the biggest temple and also the most crowded. So I quite preferred the first two that we visited because you had a little bit more privacy to just enjoy the scenery. Did grab these good luck coins on the way and just walk through the gardens, enjoy the ground before grabbing a drink from the vending machine. This has become my favorite. And making our way over to the bus stop, there's so many cute stores along the way, but we were kind of in a rush, so we didn't stop. I wanted to make sure we caught the bus back, and luckily we did. It was super easy, about an hour to get back into the city, and by this point we were ready for some lunch. We went to this spot called Takusando in the center of Kyoto, and it was incredible. I had a classic tamago sando. We shared these thin, crispy, dashi fries on the side, 10 out of 10. Then we went to this 100-year-old tea house called Rokujuan, where we got a tour of the temple, learned about the history, and then had this mochi dessert, which was served with sesame flour and a sweet soy brown sugar sauce. And we had a matcha on the side. The mochi honestly wasn't my favorite, but still such a cool experience, and also to understand the history of the buildings that you're seeing. Then we stopped at, you guessed it, Lawson yet again for a little celebratory drink in the afternoon. These acai peach little cocktails are our favorites. And we went to a few stores and both did a little more shopping. Someone seriously needs to take our credit cards away. Then on the way home, I saw this sign for umbrellas and akari lamp. And we knew for sure that when we came to Japan, we wanted to get at least one, if not a few, akari lamps for our apartment. They're so popular and often sold out. We thought we'd give it a shot. Although all the standing lamps were sold out, they had an amazing pendant that we're going to replace our current one with, and it was literally like 200 Canadian dollars. I cannot get over how cheap. So that felt like a real steal. We were on a high. And we came back to the hotel and had a little pre-dinner drink and got dressed and ready for the evening. This is what I was wearing. This bag was my purchase today from the United Arrow store, and took it out for a spin. Avery booked us an omakase at a spot called Sushi Azabu Higashiyama. I will leave the name in the caption because I undoubtedly butchered the pronunciation, and I honestly think this has been the best meal we've had in Japan so far. It's this tiny little counter at the back of this bigger restaurant. There were only 8 spots along the counter, and we specifically reserved that in advance. We enjoyed 16 incredible courses. I think this is the best fish I've ever had in my life, and I also just loved that the vibe was really inviting, unpretentious. Chefs were chatting with you. It was just perfect. And then we finished off the night with one final cocktail, and that rounded out my incredible birthday celebrated in Japan.